Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Wednesday, February. What is it? February
The
9th.
ninth. 8 more days to my birthday.
Yeah, you know why? I was thinking Valentine's, but it is the 9th. 8 more days to Melody's birthday, a few more days to Valentine's. This is the Inner Circle podcast that brings you the realness, that brings you no matter what. Live entertainment on Wednesdays, not skimping out on you guys. Welcome to the show, Circle Friends. And how is my favorite kitty cat doing?
Meow. I'm good. How are you?
I am excited. Let's start off the show with a giveaway. Why don't we? Right
Mhm.
off the bat, we've been doing our Days of Love
Days of
giveaway.
love.
Our Days of Love leading up to Valentine's. You guys have been entering, participating. Shout out to all our followers on Instagram and new subscribers. Thank you guys so much. We love you. But our giveaway, randomly, we chose it, and it is none other than. Let me make sure I don't butcher no names. Make sure I don't butcher names. Julio. Well, you know the screen name. Julio. Do you want to say the screen name? The winner is Julio, but his IG name is Julio P.
Julio and Julio and photos, right?
Let
He
me just
changes it
double
all the
check.
time. I
Julio
think
in
it's Julio.
photos. Yeah, Julio in photos. Shout out.
Yes,
Thank you for
Julio.
participating. All that good stuff. Congratulations on the win. And we have, of course, is our Days of Love giveaway, so it continues, right? So our next one, which we're excited about, is none other than our girl. She's been a guest a few times here. We love her. She's definitely a circle friend from life. Tanari Losada from Pure Romance. Shout out to her. And hey, guys, if you guys need anything leading up to Valentine's or even after Valentine's, hit up our girl Tanari Losada at Pure Romance for all the good stuff. Some of our circle friends have won some good toys that have helped their sex life. So and even if you're single, right, Melanie? Even
And
if you're single, you could indulge and buy for yourself.
exactly. And Valentine's Day is not just for one day. It should be every day. So,
Mm-hmm.
and sex is not just for Valentine's Day. So, I recommend it doesn't even have to be a toy. It could be creams, lotions, anything that's going to spark up the bedroom. Um,
Absolutely. And you guys are
yeah.
looking at our next giveaway. Who doesn't want some mushroom shaped dingling lipstick?
Penis shaped lipstick.
But it's
Wow,
not
that is
it's not only
hilarious.
that. It's as you see, Tanari is hooking it up. We're hooking you guys up. Days of Love giveaway. Make sure you are following our Instagram to make sure you keep updated with all the rules and the content that will be posted soon. And shout out again to Julia. But let's get into talking about dicks because I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since we're talking
Oh
about
my
dicks,
God, that is a perfect segue.
since we talk
That is
about dicks, let's get into Nelly's dick and Little Fizz's dick. First, let's go with Nelly. Um, the internet was ablazing yesterday and continue blazing today with all this talk of Nelly and Little Fizz. Apparently, Nelly by mistake on his IG story, on freaking IG, that is crazy, uploaded like a video of him getting slobbed on his
head
knob.
like corn on the cob. Honestly, he's not the first person to do it. And I know people, I personally know people like friends that have done it before.
Hmm.
That was a rookie move on his part. But I just feel some type of way because of the old reactions. I mean the reactions that people are getting about his
Yeah.
size. I'm like, you guys are very.
Well,
I thought
first,
I thought I
this,
was a size queen.
this
Shit.
morning you thought it was only the gays. You thought
I
it was just the
yes.
gays that were
Let
the
me
size
defend
queen.
and let me defend my
The
opinion.
stance.
So yes, I felt when Charlie told me that the feedback was that he's a little small, that he's average, or people were putting shrimp emojis. I thought it was the gays. The gay guys usually are known to be size queens. Let's be real, and there are some women out there that feel, I'm not one of these women, child, but there are some women out there that say, oh, well, small is okay as long as you know how to use it.
Hmm.
Average is fine. I personally, after investigating and after doing my assessing the situation, aka watching the video repeatedly, I feel like I think he got a little something, like Savannah says. He got a little something. I don't feel like it's super small. It's average. It's, like she looked like she was enjoying it.
What's this term, this new term, and have you heard it? Boyfriend slash husband dick. Because I'm telling you, the comments are crazy, have been rampant, and sometimes I'm just there for the comments. The
What
comments have
is
been crazy. I guess supposedly I've seen a lot of people calling it boyfriend. Oh, he has boyfriend husband dick. I'm assuming from what I read and gathered is a dick that you
that
marry
sounds
and settle for. But then someone else pointed out, no, because I'll be cheating all the time if that was what I was married to for the rest of my life. These are comments, but let's read some of the savage comments because
oh
in
jeez.
regards to Little Fizz, I can't believe April Jones did all that to Omarion for that.
Hmm.
Boy, Little Fizz got mushroom. Boy, Little Fizz mushroom got Nelly's dick looking more preferable today than it did yesterday. Don't change our tune, ladies. Now,
Honestly, I
and
don't.
the
I wait.
comments go
Who do
on.
you prefer? Who did you prefer?
Honestly, Nelly, I mean, first of all, we didn't really
Me
even
too.
see Little Fizz's all of it, and it's
I
funny because
did.
I you can see all of it. He's playing with it in his
Yes.
boxers. Or is there something
No.
I didn't see?
I I will send you the picture right now. I'm not gonna post it here, but I'll send it to you right now.
Because I seen a video where he's playing and basically the head kind of
No,
like you see it out.
no, you see it. You see everything in his
Listen, this show's
OnlyFans.
not for kids today, right now. If kids are watching.
Full disclosure, it's rated X
Food
today.
yeah. Listen.
Listen, I just feel like I have like a criteria, right?
Hmm.
So Nelly may be average, but his is better looking to me.
It
I
is
feel like I
pretty.
would spend more quality time with it. Send it to you as well.
Not
I'll send it
quality
to you,
time.
Savannah.
Not quality.
I just feel like Little Fizz's his is like that would be enjoyable for someone smaller. I'm a big girl. I need girth.
Um.
I can't
Well,
believe I'm saying
listen.
this, and my mom watches this damn podcast. This is crazy.
She does watch it. Listen, I personally, I pick. But growing up, let's be real. I always used to think Nelly was a good-looking man. And I had a crush on Little Fizz. Actually, Little Fizz was my favorite B2K member.
I
Like
like the
that ass.
Mario.
Like from when I was, growing up. They came out when I was in high school. So I was always a Little Fizz. He was my favorite. So it's funny, both of them in less than like 48 hours have some dick pic controversy going on. With that being said, listen, I feel like Nelly does know how to use it. He was with Ashanti for a while, and Ashanti's a Libra, and Libras are freaks, whether they're like outright freaks or low key freaks. But he must have been putting it down on her doing something. And hey, sometimes, and like I said, everything. It's not just with his tool. There's the mouth. There's other things. No, but I was more. I picked Nelly. I picked Nelly. Unless now I see this whole video, the whole thing of Little Fizz. Maybe I'll change my tune after the show. But yeah, but it's crazy. Do you think? And some people are even upset about the whole how hard people are coming on Nelly or and even Little Fizz about dick size. Some people commented like that's something you cannot change. That shows society and how people are so quick to like beat people down. What's your thoughts on it? Because I have my opinions, but then I'm reading those people saying like, "Oh, you people are so shallow. People can't control dick size." But I have my take. So
Li-
what do you think?
First of all, Savannah, check your DMs. Second of all, I think that a lot of people are quick to make these assumptions or state their stance on things, but I feel like all these people are probably getting smaller, if not no dick at all. So I think it's just an illusion. I don't know. I feel like the older people got, personally for me, I've always been a size queen, but I also feel like Big sizes are not everything. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna regret
Hey,
saying this.
sometimes when you listen, even sometimes guys with the big penis don't really know how to use it.
Hey,
So
thank you. I'm not saying I'd rather settle. I I don't want to say settle either. I'd rather be with someone who has average 6'7" and knows how to use
six.
it. No, six is bad. Right? I mean, six is pretty low. That's like not even a ruler. It's like 7.5 up. Then be with someone who's like 8, 9, and dingo status and like not know how to do it and be very like hurtful. Like, no. But that's all I gotta say. Oh my god.
Well, if you put
Where's
me
my
on a stage,
fan?
I feel good when I see these celebs picks because it's like put me on a stage with them and I'm beating them. Sorry, Nelly. Sorry, Fizz.
So, according to Jay, the average male penis size is 5 inches, which I believe it. It is, but
Not over here.
I don't think Nelly was no 5. He looked like he was probably like 7. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, how tall is Nelly too? Because remember, that's another thing. It's expectations. This is the expectations everyone had growing up, and I'm saying mostly girls and some gays and the gays that
He's
like
five eight.
five
He's
eight.
5'8".
So there you go. One. It's expectations too. This is the problem with expectations. When you go into things expecting shit, you get disappointed. That's why the saying is there. Do not go into it with expectations and you will not be disappointed. Because yeah, we all looked at
Lil
Nelly.
Fizz is 5'7", by the way. Lil Fizz.
He's
Mm.
shorter.
Ooh, Omarion is 5'6". Ew. I'm sorry. Sorry for the midgets.
All right, we're not discriminating us with the
I have.
shorty. Listen, I
I
dated a
can't
shorty
discriminate.
before, and that shorty
I
was
did swanging. Not that I know. I've dated a shorty before. I just don't like the ones that have the Napoleon complex that don't like you wearing heels next to them. Like, oh, get over yourself.
I have to think who's that.
You know damn well who that is. You know
Um,
damn. You know
but
damn
listen, in
well.
a different token, real quick to wrap this dick talk. Now, as much as people were going in, and I'm an equal opportunist, so I'm like, damn, people are really messed up and shallow. But let's switch it around. Let's turn the tables, right? Women all the time are put on pedestals and criticized about their bodies, how big they are, how small they're not, how big their tits are or not, how big their ass are or not. We do it to women way more. Listen, in the movies, we see women usually mostly naked. We don't see full frontals that much from fellas, from guys in the movies. Think about it. It's always the women that have been sexualized and torn apart, picked apart. So sorry, fellas, and I'm a guy and I'm a proud man. But sorry, fellas, when we get dissected, I think we should just take it. Go with the punches because that's the least we could do when we're fucking tearing women apart left and right, having them go to Colombia, dying on tables because what we do as society to women.
Well, not
Just
only
saying.
that, but like you're right about that because look at Emily Ratajkowski, however you pronounce her last name. She's a beautiful girl, but I remember when she was on in Gone Girl, like she had a scene where she like was topless. People were like, "She's beautiful, she's hot," but her nipples, ew, they're so ugly. Blah blah blah. Like, come on now, like who the fuck is thinking about what nipples look like?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Our first segment is gonna be cut into the dick talk. But yeah, I mean, listen, and look, and just like okay, you could say, oh well, women could go change that. Women feel like they don't have no ass or whatever they could think they could have lipo or get bigger tits. But
If
can't
you
men
man,
can't men go get? I heard that there's surgeries now where men
you
can
can
get bigger
get a
tits.
penile implant, you can get a penis pump. No, it's not no Austin Powers fake shit. Like you could actually do it.
Now I may need to go
But
for a hair transplant. But I don't need to go for no penis, pump, whatever the hell. That's one thing I don't got to worry about.
I
Moving
don't need no
on.
damn breast implants. Anyways,
Moving on to talk show news. There's a lot of shows out there, up and down and all around. We don't know what's going on with them. For example, the Wendy Williams show. I thought you guys was talking. I bet you think that statement was about you. Um, Wendy Williams show is basically up in the air. We've had a lot of guests basically substituting for her, and it was announced yesterday that finally Sherry Shepherd will be the permanent host of the show. Now, there's logistics with the name change because obviously we can't continue calling it the Wendy Williams show when Wendy Williams is no longer on the show. What they say is that Wendy Williams will not be coming back in time with her medical conditions and health issues for the rest of this year. But let's be real. Don't you think now that it's just gonna be Sherry Shepherd and it's like, don't you think it's basically done for Wendy?
I think it's done. I think she should retire. Like she has too many issues going on mentally, physically, I'm sure
Word on the
emotionally.
street is
But I
dementia.
do that sucks and that would be horrible if that's the case. But it's funny because Wendy Williams, WW, Sherry Shepherd, SS, it kind of goes
Mm,
hand in hand. They should just change the name to Sherry Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd show. I mean,
Or
they got most
or
likely. I mean,
or Sherry by Wendy.
mm,
Like a play on words. I don't
yeah.
know.
Most likely to be a Sherry Shepherd, like the Sherry Shepherd. I mean, the ratings with particularly Sherry Shepherd have been great. So this will be the
How old
first
is Wendy Williams?
50. That's the thing, 50 something. I don't know exactly. She's in her 50s. And that's why some people are like, yo, dementia. But again, you read, I sometimes love to read comments. And like a lot of people were saying, they have family members that it was a decline suddenly. You know what I mean? Because some
Yeah.
people are like, but she was a talk show host. Like we didn't see this last year. It must be this. But listen, remember also, guys, talk show host, not us yet,
She
but
was being fed lines in her ear.
thank you. She has teleprompters that she's reading off of. She's getting lines fed to her, and those times where she bug-eyed looked around like what's going on, or at her side. What's her his name?
Norman.
Norman, again, she was basically being walked through it. That, most ABC talk shows already established like that are reading off a teleprompter. So you don't really have to remember like we do right now, for now. So yeah, it's possible. And I believe possibly that's the case. It's sad. It's sad that that's happening to her. And it's sad. Some people, in the comments when you hear, oh, well, that's karma.
I wouldn't
Woo.
wish that upon anybody because at the end of the day, that's not. I personally have been affected with a family member having dementia, and dementia does run in my family. So that's why I'm very forgetful. So when I'm told I'm forgetful, it triggers me. But anyway, I um I feel like that sucks for people to say that she wasn't the best person, but at the same time, that is heartbreaking for it to happen to anyone. She's a mom too. Like you don't want to hear that your mom has dementia.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad
So
all around. Because I like Wendy, and it's so crazy that I went to see her this summer, a few weeks before like she stopped doing shows. So it's like, wow, everything just like sometimes I think like did everything just happen for a reason? Like, because I like Wendy. Like I get pissed at her sometimes, but I do look up to Wendy as like what I love to do, which is she was a DJ on the radio. I've always wanted to do that, like host and all that. So in ways, she was an inspiration to me. Although sometimes she pissed me off because she didn't know her shit, especially when it came to Britney Spears. But yeah, I mean, we were sending Wendy all our well wishes, right? All our love on the days of love. On the
love and
month,
light.
yeah, love and light. But listen, someone who may not be getting a Valentine's Day card and this year is Mr. Kanye West. He's definitely won't be getting it from any of the Kardashians. So have you heard what's going on with him? The back and forth with him and Kim?
Over North, he's like upset about North being on
Yeah.
TikTok. I mean, North is living with her mom. Her mom is the main provider at this point. Kim Kardashian, at the end of the day, I think she's not that dumb where she's gonna put jeopardize her brand or her reputation by having her daughter running around running amok. They do it for fun, like her and her cousins and stuff. And I think that on the TikTok account, the comments are like turned off because when they first had TikTok, some people would comment, show us your mom's credit card, like take a picture of your mom's card, take a picture of your mom's license plate, take a picture of like stupid shit like that. So Courtney and Kim decided to like let Penelope and North have their accounts, the TikTok accounts, but no one's allowed to comment on them.
Mm.
Personally, I think they should have just had a private account. Nobody, I don't care to see those two little girls running around to songs and like
But
acting
for
out.
some reason, it seems like some people do. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're spawns from the Kardashians or what, but like, why would I
I
want
don't
to follow a
see.
fucking kid?
I
No,
don't even
I
think kids
let
should
me
be
take
on
fucking
social
kid back
media.
because I love kids, but yeah, yeah, I
I,
agree. But not only that, but Kanye, he's been accusing Kim of um secuestrando. That the word came out in Spanish, but I can't think of it in English right now.
Kidnapping.
Kidnapping. There we go. Sequestrar. At least I said it in Spanish. So, kidnapping. He's accused of that, especially when it was Chicago's birthday
Chicago's
recently.
birthday, yeah.
Um, just a lot of outlandish stuff. He's just being. It's Kanye being Kanye.
But you know what? He got caught in a lie because
Excuse me.
him and Kim, they actually had people, their people met up with their people, and they decided Kim is gonna have a birthday party for Chicago. Kanye's gonna have a birthday party for Chicago. So when he said that he didn't get the invitation, Kim was like, "Yeah, you weren't invited because you already planned to do a birthday party for her." So I think it was Travis Scott and Kylie. I can never say her name right. Kylie Jenner that sent the information over to Kanye, and you see him talking to Chris. You were just on IG talking hella shit about Chris Jenner, and you over here sipping whatever the fuck you're sipping and like chatting her. He gives me such Gemini
Gemini.
energy. I cannot stand
Yo,
Geminis. Sorry for any Geminis in the comments, but like
I
Gemini
love
men, y'all
Gemini
fucking
women, but the
crazy.
men.
I like
No,
Gemini women, but
listen, we love all
men.
people, but listen, but yeah. I don't want to get
I
into.
can say
I don't
what I
want to
want. My
discriminate.
daddy's a Gemini.
I don't want to
Yeah.
discriminate against any of our listeners or watchers, but yeah, I feel you with that, especially when it comes to Gemini men.
Ah, he's like bukan, like I don't know how to say it in English. Like he's looking for problems on
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah. So I will stay
Wait a
tuned.
minute.
I think
Savannah's an Aquarius like me? When is
she
your
is.
birthday, Savannah?
She celebrated her birthday a few weeks ago. Shout out to all our Aquarius people watching, listening in the house. It's y'all season right now. Shout out to my Aquarius people. I love Aquarius people. I know a lot of Aquarius people. Shout out to my brother Brian. We won't have the show on Friday on his birthday, but thank
Oh,
God. Shout out to my brother Brian. His birthday is Friday. Aquarius as well. So, and shout
my
out to my
favorite.
boy. I believe it's either today or tomorrow. Listen, thank you for memory, God. My boy Steve. Shout out to Steve too. I know so many Aquariuses. It's crazy. It's crazy.
But I'm the best one.
Of
Besides
course.
Brian, of course.
My best girlfriend, my best kitty cat.
Savannah, January 27th. Oh, that's so
Yep.
cute. That's awesome.
Yep. So, but moving on from Kanye and things. Listen, at the end of the day, it affects the kids. You know what I mean? You have a few kids with Kim, and it's like that behavior affects the kids. So it's like, yeah,
They're
have
going through a divorce. So, in order for them to kind of like not not to give it a lot of thought and attention, because the kids, they go to school, they hear about it, they hang out with their friends, they're gonna hear about it. So
yeah,
what
kids.
she's doing is basically distracting them by like letting them play and do all these TikToks and stuff. But Kanye doesn't see it that way. He always wants to control the narrative. If you notice, every person he dates, he wants to control them down to the way that they
Yeah,
dress.
yeah,
Like,
yep,
what a weirdo.
yep.
Boy
I mean,
band.
I like control, but not like that either. Like, I'm sorry, not you know me. You know we're friends, and even as friends, you know I don't like to be told like that. But like,
I
I
like
like
your
it a little bit, but
I
not a
like
lot.
your opinion. I will take your opinions, but I don't want your unsolicited advice.
And um, but now let's get before we get into a fun game, a game that maybe will be duplicated, imitated, copy and pasted. Who knows, Melanie? You better copyright your shit. Um, before that, what do we think about Bad Bunny up in drags? We've seen Bad Bunny a few times up in drag. He did Yo Perreo Sola, the video in drag. What's your thoughts on his new photo shoot up in drag? We did a poll, and a lot of people. Was it a lot of people? It was a split house actually between
Yeah.
It was a split house of how people felt about him up in drags. But then we did a poll, him versus Little Nas, someone who did some drag last year and had a lot of people talking, a lot of tongues wagging, and we did a poll of who did it better, and let's just say a small, maybe 1% person picked Little Nas versus everyone picking Bad Bunny. Why do you
Wow.
think? Why do you think Bad Bunny gets away with it,
Hmm.
especially since Yo Perreo Sola? Because yeah, maybe you got your dudes at the barber shop saying, "Hey, yo," and giving their comments, but not the flack that a Little Nas will get or a black man will get. Not to make it about a
And
black
or
thing, but what do you think? Why do you think is that? What your
well, personally, I feel that little little Nas X, it comes with the territory being that he's a gay man. He wants to break the mold, and he's inspired by all these people, all these gay icons like Elton John, Todrick Hall, who RuPaul, like that have dressed throughout the years like that. Bad Bunny dresses up, cross dresses, but he also is breaking barriers because he comes from a background of music and a culture, a Latin culture, where machismo is like apparent and very major. And when he does it, you could still see the masculine swag to him.
mm-hmm.
When he does it, he also does it to bring awareness. Not a long time ago, I want to say last year, he had a performance with Sech, the reggaeton artist from Panama, for that song Ignorantes, and I think it was in Jimmy Kimmel Live. It was in some like talk show, and he dressed up in a t-shirt and a skirt
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
a
yeah.
blazer,
Remember
and it
that?
was basically bringing attention and awareness to this trans woman from Puerto Rico that was killed.
I believe that was 2019,
I think her
maybe.
name, yeah,
Yeah,
probably 2019 or 2020.
Alex.
I think Alexa.
Uh
I
huh.
think it
Yep,
was
Alexa.
Alexa.
Yep, yep, yep. I remember
And
that.
um he does it in a way to show, to break barriers with homophobia in the community, and also in that genre there's a lot of homosexuality in
Hip
reggaeton,
hop,
but
hip hop
hip
in
hop,
general, hip hop, reggaeton, whatever there is.
in that urban music genre, but a lot of people are very mum's the word and they don't want to talk about it because they're
Gotta be
afraid of
surprised some of the
reputations.
people who word on the street, and I'm a well traveled man. I've met people and stuff, and not everyone I meet I believe everything they say, but trust me, I'm a well traveled man. I met people, people talk to me, I talk to people, and things are said, and I'm like, really? What did he? You think so? Like, excuse me, I'm not gonna go into it,
I
but
mean,
I've
Andy
heard, like,
Cohen got
I
Diddy
have
drunk,
stories.
and Andy Cohen got Diddy drunk one time in Watch What Happens Live, and he was loose with the lips. He was calling him baby and daddy and stuff. You could roll the tape.
Listen, Diddy's someone I've heard things about for years, for years. But but yeah. So I just find it funny that like with Bad Bunny, but you're right. I think Bad Bunny does it with a masculinity sense. I think he's bringing awareness, and I don't know. There's something just looking at the picture. There's something like you see a Bad Bunny versus a Little Nas, and there's something that's like I'd rather take Bad Bunny down because it's like you said, there's still this sense of masculinity there.
I don't think I would
But
want like
listen,
I don't think I would want my man to be dressing up like with my
period.
dresses and shit. Like that's not.
Yeah.
I I mean, it's
Neither do I. I
prop,
don't. I'm a gay man, and I don't
props
want my guy to do that.
props to his girlfriend Gabriela. I'm sure that she's fine with it.
I don't think they're
I
together anymore. I believe they've been
what?
done. Yeah, they've been done.
Why is she in the video of him promoting the tour?
Oh, she. Well, we know Pisces. We do that back and forth too. So continue.
Anyway, so I think that that's at the end of the day, like people are gonna want to do. They wanna show awareness, or make a difference however they want to do it. And if it's wearing a dress and to get people talking, then do it. Harry Styles does it, my Aquarius brother. Um, but I feel with Harry Styles, he's also been influenced by David Bowie, who was very
Well, he
androgynous and
got flack for his shot, his shoot too when
he
that came
got
out. He
flack.
kind of
Yeah,
got flack too.
he got flack for it, but also like I think most of the flack that he got was because people were comparing him to Little Nas X. I think you can't compare a straight man, if he considers himself to be straight, with a gay man doing something, because it's okay for the gay man to do it. If a straight man does it, it seems like, oh, he's just doing it for clout or like attention, where he's probably not. He's just doing it for fashion and style.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, let's move on. We're gonna get to this fun game. It's Valentine's. We're gonna get to the fun game that Melanie's gonna get us into. But really quick, Melanie, just really quick. Oh, I love a spicy Bloody Mary mix. I love Bloody Mary. Period.
I don't.
If you guys are
I
not watching
tried.
live, we our circle friends are commenting, kicking it with us, which we love. That's why we love doing this live. And Savannah, our girl Savannah, our auntie Savannah, she was making a spicy Bloody Mary. I'm having a lemonade vodka tonight.
I'm having ginger ale.
But shout outs to our girl Savannah. Um, but really quick, let's think. Just quick, it's a speed round. I'm going. I'm going to say black excellence, and I want you to name two, three people that you think right off the bat when you hear the word black excellence in
Denzel
honor of Black
Washington.
History Month.
Denzel
Denzel Washington.
Washington. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, you took that.
She's. I have to bring her out. She's Aquarius. And Quincy Jones.
Hmm. Good choice. You know what? Surprisingly, and I thought about this earlier, and I'm sure there's way more. I'm sure some people are like, "Oh, they're so ignorant. They're not thinking about people who did something or, more prolific or whatever." But these are our opinions. We know there's more.
I'm speaking from people who have influenced me.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Denzel has
yeah.
influenced me with movies, Quincy Jones with music, and
Hmm.
Oprah Winfrey with her.
And Empire and everything she's put out there. Like, hello. But for me, I thought Jay Z, and not in order, any chronological order, but for some reason, Jay Z came to mind for
Mhm.
me of Black excellence. Um, I think Whoopi Goldberg has been in my mind and heart lately. And they were showing Sister Act while I was in Jamaica. They were, and that stood out to me. So Whoopi Goldberg as well. And there's way more people. There's way more people. The point was three people that come to our heads real quick. I used him last week as my ended with gratitude, but I really look up to this guy, and since I was little, like I've just looked up to him, and it's crazy how he's still doing his thing, and it's even bigger now. RuPaul.
Yeah.
So, but let's get into your game. Let's play a fun game before we get into some Valentine's. Valentine's coming up on Monday, and just so much ins and outs and do's and don'ts and crap
Mm.
that goes into Valentine's this
Well,
day. So much power we give into this day that we're gonna get into. But first, let's play a game, Melanie.
all right. So this is the Valentine's Day this or that edition. So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, Charlie, and you're gonna answer your preference. Are you ready?
Do it. Circle friends, play with us in the comments. Answer out loud at home with your baby, whatever. Let's do it.
All right. So homemade gifts or store bought gifts?
Homemade gifts.
Yeah, you're a crafty one. Flowers or chocolates?
Flowers. Damn, that's
I,
hard.
I
But
know that
flowers
is
because
hard.
chocolate,
I was like,
chocolate in
I like
particular.
both.
Yeah, me too. But chocolate in particular, you can give me some fucked up chocolates I don't want, or that the heart shape that comes with the miscellaneous chocolates, and it's like, you only like two of them. I'd rather have flowers.
I only like Ferrero Rocher. So
Same here.
for anyone
Ferrero
out
Rocher,
there.
exactly. Same here. The big box, I know it's like 20 something bucks, almost 30, but I like it. Go ahead.
Night in or a night out for Valentine's Day?
Ugh, that's hard. For Valentine's, you had to throw it for Valentine's Day. Night out.
I will say night in because I don't want to deal with other corny couples out and about and everyone having reservations. And me, I would want to create like the whole ambiance to feel like we're on a date. And then you get the nightcap. Anyway,
I do both
shark.
though. I out and I do special little things. Ask about me last year. Go ahead.
This is very similar, but charcuterie board or out to eat.
Out to eat.
Okay. Romantic movies or comedy movies?
Romantic movies.
Bubble
The
bath?
Vow.
Oh.
The
Did you get
Notebook.
your did you ever get your DVD back? I don't think so.
The Aquarius kept it.
A bubble bath or candles? This is
Ooh,
hard
I
because I
love
like
a good
both.
bubble bath with the candles lit. I do that. Ooh, I love a good bubble bath.
I
Fuck,
say
that's hard.
candles.
I say candles too. I like to go to sleep with it. Yeah.
What would you rather do on Valentine's Day? Take a trip or cuddle at home?
Take a trip. I mean, no, cuddle at home. Because the way my birthday's set up, I know I'm gonna take a trip at the end of the month. So
Must be fucking nice. Anyway, I wish I could take a fucking trip. Cuddles or board games?
I like both. Um, board games,
Board games. Cooking class or paint night?
paint. Well, I am a cook myself. No, a cooking class would be nice. I have been thinking about that actually, but paint night. I like paint night.
Okay. The last one. Couples massage or exercise?
Or exercise.
Yeah,
I've done both. With a couple, a significant other. Um,
same.
but I say couples massage. Because when I work out at the gym with someone, I go and it's like, okay, we may run on the treadmill, but then they go do their workout. I do my workout. I've always done that with the exes that do
Yeah,
worked out. I had a couples massage with side by side, so I prefer that.
got it. Okay.
That was
Well,
fun. That
that
was
was
cute.
cute.
Jinx. All right. Let's get, saying, speaking of Valentine's, let's get into our round discussion for today. Um, Valentine's Day. A day that we put that for some is hell and detrimental and like that day. For some, people love it, and some of us have just come become accustomed to it and have made our own in our heads how to celebrate it so we don't feel bad if we're not with someone. Let's get into it. What, Melanie? You know, we're people of a certain age now, more mature.
Hmm.
We've been since young to now. We've dealt with Valentine's, what it was when we were in high school, in middle school. I remember middle school, I was doing Valentine's with girls. To now, what's your take on it and the weight that we put as, let's say, United States? I don't know if other countries celebrate it. What we put in the
No.
United States and America on this day.
Oh, I mean, I don't want to sound like a Valentine's Day hater because at the end of the day, I think it's uh, a cute holiday to like be with your person or even be with your friend. Like how many times have we done like Valentine's together? So I think it's been what is it maximized or like it's been capitalized where people are basically spending a lot of money. You go to a CVS or Dwayne Reed or Rite Aid, and there's a shit ton of like there's a whole aisle in January that's ready to like sell chocolates and teddy bears and bonbons and all that shit. So I mean, I think it's cute, but I feel like some people can get tired of it. I think as I gotten older, I don't really care for Valentine's Day, and partially because my birthday is like 3 days later, so
Mm.
it doesn't mean anything to me. But I do love me some flowers. Give
You
me
know,
some
for years,
flowers.
like growing up, I remember since middle school, I was trying to be, but I'm a romantic. I've always, I guess, since little, and now as I've grown up, that's something that I could say that I identify with myself. I'm a romantic. I like making whoever's in my
Yeah,
life around that time period, even if they're like a boyfriend, or just someone I'm kicking it with, or even back then, whether they were a girlfriend, or someone I was kicking it with. I like to make people feel special, especially on a day like that. So, and that goes back way to middle school. I remember like me telling my mom like, "Hey, I want to buy this bear." There was this girl in eighth grade in particular, Roger Williams Middle School. I'm thinking about it and everything, and I remember getting her like a card, a bear, like flowers. Like I've been doing this shit since middle school. Get like me, motherfuckers.
I
Step your
don't.
pussy up
Mm.
out there, man. And it is carried on. But as the years, as I started getting into an adult, I see how much weight grown adults put to this day. Like we see posts all the way in January already saying, "Oh fuck Valentine's," or "that day's coming up," or whatever. Like we already start seeing the hate towards the day. A little after before New Year's is not even here, we already seen the hate towards
Well,
Valentine's.
you
So
know what? Don't lie. You have posted before, like, oh my
absolutely,
God, people are
yes.
already posting things about Valentine's Day.
Yes, I do agree with that. I do agree as we've gotten older, especially the last several years. I would say maybe the last 7 years or so, earlier and earlier, we have seen Valentine stuff put out in stores, and it's like, whoa, could we get into the new year first before like having a whole section of Valentine right now? Like, and I stand by that. I stand by that. It's like, I get it, but let's like relax. Let's start putting things out like maybe the first week after like the new year. Like, relax, marketing companies, relax. I do agree with that and stand by that. I will always stand by that. Like chill out with putting things out like while we still freaking celebrating Christmas, Kwanzaa, and all that shit. But I just don't like the weight that people put on it. And then the comments. For me, I think it's like very telling and a little pathetic with the people. Sorry if I'm offending anyone. The people that want to go on Facebook, oh fuck this day. Fuck you guys in a relationship. Oh, you guys are cheating with each other anyways. Maybe, but why are you so mad? Because if you had someone to go to dinner with or to take you to a free dinner, you wouldn't be posting shit. It's like, why are you, some of you people, so mad to go online and like shit on people who actually may have someone for that day or are happy for that day? Like that.
I know myself, like, I would feel bad if I shitted on someone's parade. Like there's always I know people who've never even been able to celebrate Valentine's Day because it just so happens that they didn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend at the time during Valentine's Day. So, oh, by the way, Brian, that loud sound was Lewis over here excited over some wrestler coming out on AEW. So ignore that.
We know
Off
someone who's
topic,
not
but
watching us.
exactly. How rude. Um, Jay has a comment off topic, but authorities concluded that Bob Saget died because he slipped and banged the back of his head and went to bed after, thought of nothing of it. So he basically died of a concussion.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Mhm.
That's
Wow.
horrible.
That is breaking. We'll
Way
definitely
to
have to check
rain
into
on a
that.
Valentine's parade. No, I'm kidding.
No,
That
that's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. But what do you think is the worst gift? Oh, what would you say is the worst gift you got for Valentine's? Ooh, sip or drink, sip or drink. If you don't drink, if you don't want to share that, but
The worst gift was not getting a gift at all, I
drinking because I'm
feel.
thirsty.
I don't think I got a bad gift. I've always gotten like one of my best gifts. Ew, I actually don't like the person that gave it to me, but it was this panda bear, this huge panda bear. And I don't even know what the fuck happened to it. I think I threw that shit in the trash. But it was a cute panda bear and I was adamant about wanting one, so
Where it
I got
deserves to
it.
be,
But
in the trash. Not only because the person who
yeah.
gave it to you, but also it's funny because this week I
Do you
hit
know who
you
it
up.
was?
Yeah, I know who it was. Um,
Oh Lord.
Lucy was married to someone with a similar name. Um, you asked. I didn't give it away. I just gave um,
Cassie
that's what
got
that
a
was.
fucking beanie baby. I
No,
hope you're
no, no,
not
no, no.
talking to
Listen,
that
listen,
loser.
listen. No, listen. Those fucking big old bears, and you know how I feel about them. I no, I don't want
I got one.
anyone.
It's a huge pink bear. It looks like the Care Bear.
Good for the Care Bear, good for the Panda Bear. If you're bringing me a bear, it's like those big ass bears that you get at Six Flags. What? First of all, if New Yorkers, my New Yorkers, if you live in New York and you know the average square foot of an apartment, what the fuck is that big bear gonna do taking up? as much space as you're taking up in your apartment. One, two,
Wait a minute.
exactly that.
I
That big ass bear
wait.
taking up space in your apartment. I like
I
a
need to
cute
make.
teddy
I
bear.
need to make. I need to make a retraction. The panda bear was the same person that got me the huge bear. Do you remember that I got like a 5 foot tall bear? Please tell me you
Well, now I'm
remember.
confused because I do remember you telling me about
Well, remember it was
the
4 years.
baul and you wanted something. I remember the
Yes.
story. So was it
Yes.
the panda or was it? I didn't know you got a panda
It
from
was the
that person
huge
and the
bear.
bear.
No, the okay, so the panda was in
Relatives enlighten us all people, so pay attention.
the panda. The way that I found out was I got picked up from school or from work, and he said, "Oh, can you pop the trunk? Can you get me something in the trunk?" He popped the trunk, and I opened it, and it was the panda. But I remember he picked me up again, and I saw like someone was sitting in the front seat, like in the passenger seat. And I'm like, oh God, it's probably his fat best friend. But come to find out, it was the huge 5 foot bear. But ever since what did I do with that bear? I moved so much, I don't remember. But long story short, I don't want more fucking bears. Either money, it sounds materialistic, I don't give a fuck. Money, chocolate, flowers, or whatever Nelly was doing.
um, what would you say are do's and don'ts on Valentine's Day? Like, let's say you're on a first, second, third date. If someone, it's not like a boyfriend, girlfriend that you've been with for a year, maybe someone you've been
Uh-huh.
dating for 3, 4 months. What would you say is a do or don't? A do and don't.
Don't do the most. Do take your time. So be nice and get him something small or get her something small like chocolate, a flower, whatever. If you want to get a bouquet, that's on you. It depends how long you guys have been dating. But don't show up empty-handed either. That's kind of rude. And don't do the most where you like I don't know, do too much.
If someone got you like those chocolate heart stuff that come from Family Dollar, Dollar Tree,
What's wrong with that? I've gotten that
let me
before.
finish my question. Would you be fine with that? That
I
was the
would be fine
question.
with it because it's the sentiment. It's the thought that counts. Granted, I love me some Ferrero Rocher, and they have Ferrero Rocher in Family Dollar
They
now.
do. They do. They
They don't
do.
have the 20 count, but they have
Yeah,
like the
yeah, they
two
do. Like the
count.
three, the
You're
three
gonna have
count.
to
Yep.
buy me. You're gonna have to
A
buy
few
me like
packs of
seven
the three
of
count.
them.
Right.
7 times 3 is 21, honey.
Brian brings up a good point. What's the worst? Speaking of Valentine's, what's the worst date we've been on? We've been on. Wait, on Valentine's or on period?
The worst date.
That's the question. Okay, let's just say on Valentine. Let's assume he's
I don't.
asking Valentine.
No, let's say period. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day because I don't think I've ever had a bad Valentine's Day. I don't like to go on Valentine's. He said period. So any worst day ever.
Oh, period.
I
Oh, it was with an Aquarius. To be honest, I told you about this person. That's the only person. I'm sure maybe there's more, but that I could think of real
I
quick
think
off
I
the
know.
top of my back, so we can move on. Is it from and probably remember I told you about that person.
I don't know what sign he is, but I just remember he went to the bathroom when you paid the bill.
Mm.
And
Well,
then when the bill came and I paid it, he didn't even say anything like, "Oh, where's the check?" He was just like, "All right, you ready to go?" I looked at him and I was like, "I'm fucking ready. I'm ready to go home. Peace." But
similar. Like this person was on my shit like hard for a date, hard. And then we go to movies, we eat and everything, and it's like not one time. And
and for the record, it wasn't even
I
a
was gonna
fancy restaurant. It wasn't even like anything. It was just super chill. It was like a fucking place in Dykeman. So, yeah, it was not. Mm-mm.
yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. What other bad day have I had? I don't think I've ever had any besides that one. That was like the worst.
Yeah, well, this person was hard, and you would think maybe they'll go half and half or pay for this
I know
portion of the
exactly who you're
date
talking about.
or whatever.
And
I'm like,
we of the Aquarius delegation, we deny that motherfucker because
do
I
not
don't
claim
know.
him.
We don't
Yeah,
claim him in the name of Jesus because you already know how we are. We come
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. Well, that's my worst date. What would you say is the best gift you've gotten on a Valentine? On Valentine's.
Penis. No, I'm kidding.
That's always good.
um, the best Valentine's Day. I don't know. Flowers, like my favorite kind of flowers. If I'm going to be specific and say what type of flower I like, get me the right flowers. Don't get me like some like shit that you got at Family Dollar that's gonna die tomorrow, or like
Yeah.
some flowers from Trader Joe's. And that sounds very ungrateful of me. I'm sorry, but I'm worth it. What else?
Give it to
I
me.
don't
I'm
know.
worth it.
I
With
don't
me,
know.
I remember, and this is why I like gifts. I mean, I like regular gifts, bought gifts, but thoughtful gifts too. Um, a few years ago, it's just coming at the top of my head, so that's why I'm asking this one. Maybe there's other ones too. But I had someone give me like a treasure chest, and actually, I left that treasure chest in Providence. It should still be in Providence. I don't know if my brother Joey tossed it or whatever, but it's a chest that an ex basically put just like different things, like my like DVDs that I want of favorite shows and candy, like put it together. And like I'm also crafty like that, where I could either buy you something really nice or create like a big old thing. So I guess that's part of my love language, and that's what that person did for me. So that's one of the best gifts I recall, and feeling like, oh my god, this is like you put this together, so thoughtful. Like yeah,
That's
first boyfriend.
adorable.
He's a
Pick
water sign too, so
you.
maybe yeah, I don't know. Water sign, water sign. But yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on Valentine's, guys. You guys let us know. Comment on our social media. Let us know your worst Valentine's, your favorite Valentine moments, or your Valentine's take. We are open to it. Um, but before we get into the year is one of our new fun segments that we premiered last week and people loved it. We got great feedback on it. We loved it. So we're bringing it to you this week again. But before that, Melanie, it's your turn. And Circle Friends, you guys too at home, participate with our girl
Oh
Melanie.
boy.
It is time for Family Feud Valentine Edition. I'm
Oh
going to read
God.
a few questions. It's a handful of different questions, and you, Melanie, have to go with the top answers, just like Family Feud. List X amount of the answers that the people voted for in whatever category. Circle Friends, we would love to see you play at home. So here we go. The first one being, you ready?
Yeah.
For our Family Feud Valentine Edition. Name a popular, and there's 8 to name. You could give up if you can't think of any other. Name a popular romantic comedy.
51st dates. Um.
Yep, you got it. That's for 3 points. One of the answers.
Uh. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Nope.
I love comedies. No, it's not on there. Pretty in Pink.
Nope. There's
What the
another
fuck? The
pretty,
breast.
but not pretty in pink.
I don't know.
Uh huh.
Whatever. What's the number one?
All right, so here we go. The popular romantic comedies. There's 8. You did get 51st Date. The first one, the top one, Sleepless in Seattle. Did you say that?
Oh,
No, you
fuck
didn't.
that.
Sleepless in
Oh,
Seattle, the second most popular one, When Harry Met Sally. The third most popular
oh.
one, the voted one, You've Got Mail. I Love Lucy. Then next,
What the?
Pretty Woman.
That's a
How to
Pretty
Lose a Guy in 10
Woman.
Days While You Were
Oh my
Sleeping.
god.
And the last one was 51st Dates.
First of all,
Um,
I only know like 3 of those movies. I know all of them, but I've only watched like 3. I'm not about movies. Next.
Name the best place
Okay.
to go on a Valentine's date. And there is 6 answers.
Paris, New
No,
York. Or is
no.
it cities? Is it actual
Name the best
places?
place to go on a Valentine's date.
Movies? Restaurant?
Movies, set the second answer. Restaurants, first answer. Yep.
Aquarium?
Uh,
I don't fucking know.
all right. So dinner restaurant is the number one top answer, followed by movie theater, followed by hotel, followed by
Duh.
bed, followed by the beach, and followed by a picnic.
Hotel for that
Um,
sloppy toppy.
right? Um, Name a popular song with the word love in the title. Back alley. That was a comment in the section.
Love King by Spice Girls. Um, Love to Love You by Donna Summer. I Love Rock and Roll by Britney Spears. Love Shack by the B-52s.
Wait, nope. So here we go.
What the
Top
fuck?
answer, love me tender. Second top answer, I will always love you. Number three,
Oh
all
yeah,
you need is love. Number four, what's love got to do with
Beatles.
it? Number five, I love you. Number six, LOVE. Number seven, love
Oh,
me
I like that
do.
song.
And number eight, endless love.
Endless Love is a good one. Literally, all those songs are old as fuck, but
Yeah.
whatever, fine.
This next one. Members of what occupation traditionally receive the most Valentines?
Teachers.
Number one answer.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, oh my god. Coaches? Like, my coach got mine. I don't know.
Number one answer was teachers. Number two answer was secretaries. Number three answer was housewives, moms. Number four answer was
So
waitress.
lame.
And number five, nurses. Let's do one
Nurses,
more.
prostitutes. Nurses. Oh, that's so sweet.
I'll do this one for you since you worked in this thing.
Industry.
Name a in this industry. Name a popular lingerie company.
Victoria's Secret.
Number one
Adore Me.
answer.
Boo Avenue. Trash and Vile.
I'm
Um,
surprised you're not mentioning this one. The second top answer.
Fergus. Oh my
What is it?
God,
F. Yep, that's the number
Fredericks
two.
of Hollywood.
Yep, that's the number two answer.
Yeah, because it was
Four
for
more.
skinny bitches, and I never wore that. I don't know, Lane Bryant.
No. So La Sensa is number three. La Vie and
Las Santas
Rose,
Walk.
number four. Number five, Secret Treasures, and number six, Silk and Satin. Um,
I don't know none of those places.
yeah, and okay, for the last one for shits and giggles, name a popular chocolate manufacturer.
Hershey's.
Number one answer.
Mars. Mars. They make M and M's. Um.
Valentine. Think Valentine.
Oh, her. Oh, like the actual brand.
Like,
Hershey's.
yeah.
Mm,
Hershey's number one answer. Number two is Godiva. Number three is Russell Stover.
Godiva.
Number four, Whitman. Number
Fedora
five,
Rocher.
Lindt. Number six, Purdy. And number seven, Nestle. Nestle
Fuck
like
that.
Nestle.
Where's Ferrero Rocher?
I don't, well, that's not a manufacturing company, though.
Well, whatever. They confused me. Mars is Hershey. Thank you, Joe.
All right. So that was fun. That was fun. Now, the
That was horrible.
year, the year is last week we did 1999. You guys voted because we are asking you guys, although for the next 2 weeks, there won't be no votes. It will be automatically certain years for the next 2 weeks.
Why?
Yeah. Well, next week we're gonna get into the year that you were born, and the following week we're gonna get into the year that I blessed this world with my birth. So, but this year you guys voted. The year is 1984. I was surprised by that because it was 1984 versus 2000. I thought 2000 was going to win. I was ready for 2000. But the year is 1984. So let's get into everything that was
Pop
1984. I mean, I
culture.
wasn't even born in 1984.
I wasn't
Neither were
even a
you.
thought.
So let's get into it. What you want to start it off?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so 1984 brought a lot of pop culture moments that people still talk about to this day. The number one was Michael Jackson starred in the Pepsi commercial, and Alfonso Ribeiro, who's Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was actually on. He was there like very young. He was on in the commercial as well. The song "Relax" from Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Relax, don't do
Don't
it.
do that.
From Zoolander. That song what like was introduced. Um Madonna performed in the MTV Video Music Awards like a virgin, and I've seen
That was in
that
1984.
performance. Yes, when she's like grinding and
Yeah,
dressed
yeah,
up
I
in
know
a
that picture.
wedding
Yeah.
gown. Yep. Guess what's the gross the top gross film? Like the best film, like
Wasn't
the
it Purple
most
Rain?
something. No.
No.
Try again. There's something
Nightmare.
strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters
Yeah.
was. Oh wow, Ghostbusters was the number one movie of that year. Well, Purple Rain. Purple Rain also came out that
Purple
year.
Rain,
And
yes,
Prince
but
owned the summer of 1984 thanks to the release of both the film Purple Rain, which formally introduced the world to his backing band, The Revolution,
mhm.
and the big lead single "When Doves Cry" was a big hit in 1984 too.
Yep, and Footloose came out in 1984. Um Another little tidbit was in fashion, John Galliano, he featured his first fashion show. I have a love-hate relationship with him. And then
Well, really quick for our sports fans that year, for our MLB fans, our baseball fans, in May 1984, another major sport record was shattered. The Chicago White Sox and Milwaukee Brewers played the longest game in Major League Baseball history, lasting 8 hours and 6 minutes over 25 innings.
oh hell
The
no.
game had to be spread across 2 days until the Brewers eventually pulled out a 7-6 win thanks to a home run from Harold Baines. Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
definitely wouldn't be
Baseball
watching
is
that.
already long. Yeah, baseball's already long within itself. That's ridiculous. Apple was around in 1984. That's when they aired their Macintosh
Oh
commercial.
yeah, 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 yeah. I seen that too. Yep.
Yep, and I think there was like I think Ronald Reagan was like he was the president. I think so because he was the president when I was born too. Actually in 19 this is actually scientific and medical. HIV was identified in
Hmm.
1984.
Yep. I read that. Yep.
So that's when people were actually like getting to know what it was, but there was still a lot of ignorance in the world.
Hmm.
And then you ever seen the commercial of Wendy's? Where's the beef?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, yeah,
commercial
yeah. The
came
three
out.
old women, the three old ladies that was basically, and you seen a bun with just a little bit of beef. Yep.
Where's the beef?
Michael
He
Jackson's
burned
hair
his
caught on
head.
fire that year, shooting the Pepsi commercial for, you know,
Pepsi.
for Pepsi. Um, both Jackson and Pepsi kept the matters quiet, but yeah, he burned his hair that year. Tetris. Listen, growing up in Puerto Rico, I was a little kid. I remember Tetris like either on the weird Game Boys or whatever thing. Tetris dropped its first block. Like that came out in 1984, so that's crazy.
You know.
Yep. Hour-long
And
infomercials became the norm too. You know, infomercials that we see like at 2, 3 in the morning when we're like banging, having sex, and the TV's on as background. Yep, infomercials like that. Hmm.
okay, now we know what you be watching when you be having sex.
No, I listen
Not
to
music, people.
No,
And
I do
for
listen. No, no,
yeah,
no, no. I
okay.
talk about in general. I like some music. I like to set the mood right.
Right.
It's
Did
either
you know
music
that Eddie
or
Murphy anyways, did you know that Eddie Murphy was the biggest movie star in the world during
in
that time? Because
1984.
I think yeah, because he had been in Beverly Hills Cop, and I think hold on, he was in 48 Hours and Trading Places.
And
So
listen, we don't want to be promoting drugs because crack is whack. But crack, a less expensive and smokable form of cocaine, first showed up in Los Angeles in 1984 and quickly spread to major cities throughout the United States. Yeah. The first The word crack first appeared in the New York Times on November 17th, 1985, and within a few years it would balloon into a full blown epidemic. But it first appeared in 1984. That's crazy. John Hughes also arrived in May 1984. He opened with 16 Candles, his directorial debut. And John Hughes, for those of you who don't know who John Hughes is, Home Alone, Hello, Pretty in Pink, 16
candles.
Candles, and the list goes on. So, yeah, what a year,
Well,
1984.
the last thing that I want to
Reagan,
say about
yep, Reagan
1984.
as well.
Yeah, Reaganomics. Marvin Gaye was killed in 1984. I remember April 1st. So, which was sad because he was killed by his own father. Horrible. We lost a legend. But 1984 was a good year. Those were the simpler times. Now it's all about
But we can't forget
cancel,
the
cancel, cancel.
we can't forget the first unearthed spacewalk in 1984.
Hmm.
Although it was a year earlier that the world first saw Jackson's moonwalk on that TV. 1984 has its own important interstellar stroll. During an 8-day mission on the Challenger in February 1984, our month, hello, the astronauts on board attempted the first spacewalk, free of any lifeline and propelled into the dark void by tiny jets. That's awesome. That's really
Um, Joe, for the record, Ferris Bueller's Day Off came out in 1986, not
wrong year, buddy.
85.
We can talk about that in
And
2 weeks.
are we doing 86
In
in
two
2 weeks?
weeks? Well, you said
Oh,
for
well, yeah,
Bueller came
that's.
out in 1986, and will be the year is will be in 2 weeks.
Oh,
I'll get in the
eight.
program. But yeah. So what else? Like, do you guys have anything else in 1984? It's cool. I love going back. I love this segment. I love learning. Like, you know, can't wait till we dig
I
into 1963.
I can't wait to do the 70s because
I know you
I
like the
love the
70s.
70s. I wish I could go back to the 70s. I actually have this board game that we have yet to play. And I didn't buy this. I got this as a Christmas gift years ago when I was like in my teens, like 10. No, lying. I was like 10 or 11 from VH1 pop up video.
Mm,
And like it
you
has
told
a
me about
lot
it.
of. Yeah, so it has like the show pop-up video, it would have like a lot of information based on the background of the videos and the songs.
Mm.
So it's a good game. I bet you it's worth a lot of money now. So we need to play that one day. We could play it live as a bonus episode too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bewitched.
Bewitch
I
is
like the
good.
show Bewitched. Yeah, I used to watch Bewitched. Not like that, but Bewitched was good. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Now it's time to say goodbye in a few. But first, we like to let's end it in gratitude. What are we ending it with today? What are you grateful for?
Actually, I thought about this today. I'm actually grateful for Good Samaritans because we actually had a situation where we lost our family dog. And for a week almost, or more than a week, it's been like 2 weeks. And miraculously, he was found today because of a Good Samaritan. And I think that a lot of shit has happened in life, but I feel like people lose hope and faith, and this restored faith even for a little while, especially in the Bronx. So yes, I am grateful for Good Samaritans.
Absolutely. Well, with me, I'm grateful for friends. Around this time of year, some people could get depressed, and especially Valentine's and love and things. But listen, having good friends, no matter how big of a group of friends or small of a group of friends, I'm just thankful to have meaningful friends. I'm more of a small person, less numbers.
Mm.
That quality over quantity, but
No, that's right.
I'm thankful for friends because although I have special someone for Valentine's, I'm still truly thankful for my friends. You know, and even with a special someone, I celebrate Valentine's and show love and send love and gratitude for my friends. So shout out to everyone celebrating Galentine's, aka friend love, and we thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys, our Days of Love contest continues. Up next, as you guys see right there, that's our next giveaway. Go to our Instagram. Make sure you go to our Instagram to check out the rules. This is our next giveaway for tomorrow's contest. Leading up to Valentine's, you guys can catch us on, like I said, Instagram, the Inner Circle Podcast, Spotify, iHeart, Apple, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a beat, especially our YouTube. We love you guys. We have our Cash App and Venmo. We appreciate your support. Any little bit helps for an up and coming podcast. We appreciate you guys. Well, you have anything for Circle Friends on the
Have
way out?
Have an amazing week or end of week, and happy Valentine's Day. I'll be
Happy
your Valentine.
Valentine's. See you guys next week with special guest, Sacred Steve. Adios.